Hey Canucks fans, welcome to Clay's Canucks commentary for Friday, July the 6th. I'm Clay Emo at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram, and I'm a founding member of the GLCPC, the good-looking Canucks Positivity Club. Three things I want to touch on today in today's video. Last night's Summer Showdown, the prospects game at Rogers Arena, the retirement of Alex Burrows, and Troy Stecher's contract renegotiation. Let's talk about that one first because it's the quickest one. Troy Stecher has indeed filed for salary arbitration. It's not the end of the world. It simply means that he thinks he's worth more than what the Canucks offered to him in the qualifying offer. So Stecher and Virtanen are the two remaining RFAs, restricted free agents, that the Canucks need to take care of. And the Canucks gave all their RFAs what they call a qualifying offer, and then you can negotiate from there. So in giving Troy Stecher a qualifying offer, I think it's 5% more than his last year's salary. I think that's the maximum. So if, for instance, Stecher made $1 million, then the Canucks would have offered $1.05 million or $1,050,000. That's the 5% increase. Obviously, Stecher thinks he's worth more than that. I think he's worth more than that. I think you think he's worth more than that, especially when you compare him to someone like Ben Hutton, who's in the second year of a deal that pays him $2.8 million a year. So maybe Stecher's not going to make $2.8 million. Maybe he has to prove himself one more year. But I'm certain he's looking at that contract and saying, that offer, and saying, I am worth way more than $1.05 million. So let's go to arbitration. It's not the end of the world. Basically, the Canucks and Stecher can still negotiate prior to that arbitration date. But if they can't come to a deal before that arbitration date, then the arbitrator, after the hearing, sets an amount, and the Canucks have a certain time frame to accept that offer or to walk away from Stecher, and the Stecher becomes an unrestricted free agent. I'm not worried about that. I don't think that's going to happen. He's a too important part of the team, especially going forward. So look for something to be done sooner as opposed to later, but we will certainly keep tabs on this as we go. And maybe a good talking point here, a touch point for a comment down below. What do you think Troy Stecher is worth? Likely more than the $1 million, obviously. Is he a $1.5 million a guy, a $2 million guy? What do you think? Leave a comment below. I'd love to read and react to that. Secondly, was at last night's Summer Showdown at, well, I try to be fancy and pick this up and show you, but the cover is gone. So I went to the last night's Summer Showdown at Rogers Arena. It was a typical prospects game, and there were a lot of turnovers, a lot of good chances, some nice moves, some guys trying new things, and of course, Canucks fans, a lot of excitement in the building, watching hockey in July. And as I've talked about all week, I was very excited to see Quinn Hughes. I'll get to him in a bit. But overall, I had a great time. I went with my lovely wife, Gail. We went with Jacob and Kayla, my youngest kid. My eldest kid, Sean, was working, and that's a good thing because we only had 4 tickets anyways. So there 4 of us went. I got to meet some really good people, or reconnect with some people. Matt Lee, Andrew Nazareth. Got to meet Adam Hogler for the first time, which is kind of cool, from the Canuck Way. And I also got to meet, finally, the co-founder of the GLCPC, the good-looking Canucks Positivity Club. And that would, of course, be Miroki on defense, Brett, who lives here, studies out at Ryerson. Well, I'm not giving you his whole bio here, but basically we had a good chance to meet. We took a picture. I tweeted that out saying, of the good-looking Canucks Positivity Club, Brett brings the good-looking, I bring the positivity, and that's why we are such a good team. So follow Brett on Twitter. He's at Miroki on defense, and I believe he's got the same handle on YouTube. Does great stuff. I know he's doing a vlog about what he experienced last night, so make sure you check that out. Again, that's Brett Miroki on defense. It's great meeting him, taking a picture, and it made me feel old when I realized that he's 21, I'm 44, so it won't even be until 2 years where I'm double his age when he's 23 and 46. How's that for good math? Yeah, and basically I'm old enough to be basically all those prospects' fathers, which made me sad as well. But let's talk about those prospects. I was obviously looking forward to seeing Quinn Hughes. So Hughes, he was kind of, I don't know if he's still battling the flu or he just wanted to take it easy. Basically was not noticeable 5-on-5. Actually, he was only noticeable because he was on the ice for a couple of the other team's goals. And then as the night went on, 4-on-4 and then 3-on-3, you start to see he became more comfortable and more daring. And he tried some dangles, and he did one really sick play. I don't know if anyone saw it on the live stream. In the third period, 3-on-3, he basically gained the blue line, head faked, dangled through a guy's legs, came out the other side, and then did a blind backhand pass back across the middle to streaking forward and setting up a good scoring chance. It just, in that 10 seconds, it showed just how creative he was, because I think prior to that, he did a quick turn in the neutral zone to gain the blue line. So we saw his skating, we saw his creativity, we saw his how daring he is. and his obviously his sight, his vision, and the way he thinks the game. So all in one play. So he didn't do much. You know, he scored a nice goal in the shootout. But I think he gave enough, though. I'm not too worried. He's so small. I'm not worried about his defensive game. And in a game like that, you're not too worried about that. You just want to get a taste for these guys. And definitely Canucks fans got their first look at Quinn Hughes. And I think they were certainly impressed. Another player I was impressed with was Petrus Palmu. Obviously, very noticeable because of his size or lack thereof. But he was one of the fastest guys out there, got a good shot. He was always around the puck. And the one thing I really noticed is in defensive zone, he's actually quite good. He made 2 or 3 plays going behind his net, backhanding it to his defenseman. Very calm with the puck, did a good job. I'm just looking at the roster here. Cole Lind, he did okay. I thought he'd do more. Physically, you can tell he's like a man playing amongst boys. He just looks the part of a hockey player, a pro hockey player. And he did okay. He scored a nice goal in the third period. Was kind of not noticeable until then. You noticeable because of size, didn't really do much in the scrimmage until the third period. Jet Wu, speaking of NHL-ready players, I've heard other people say this. He looks like an NHL defenseman already. Makes great plays, solid, big, strong passes out of the zone, holding the line, holding the puck in. I was really impressed with Jet Wu. And, of course, all the fans, Asian or non-Asians, yelling, woo, every time he got the puck. It was fun for a bit, got a little annoying. We're going to have to see how that goes over his career. A couple other guys that did really well. One guy, I can't pronounce his name, number 97, Jared Lukosevicius. I'm sure other people know it. Lukosevicius, that's what we're going to go with. Number 97. He's from Squamish. He's actually the 23-year-old. He's played in college. And we'll see if he gets a look from anyone. But he had 2 really nice goals, actually, in the scrimmage. And then 1 goal also in the shootout. I'm going to try that one more time. Lukosevicius. Okay, we'll see. I'll practice that one. Tyler Sawyer was good. You know, drafted by the Anaheim Ducks a few years ago. Not signed by him. Entered the draft. Didn't get picked up by any team, so maybe he gets a minor league contract somewhere. He was good. And then, on defense, I mentioned Quinn Hughes, I mentioned Jet Wu. The other guy that was very good was Jack Rathbone. His skating was quite outstanding, actually. Very impressive. One very dangerous scoring chance cutting across the net. So really liked his creativity, really liked his flair. So imagine, you know, a defense 3 or 4 years down the road with Quinn Hughes, with Jet Wu, with who I was just talking about? With Jack Rathbone. So Hughes and Rathbone skating, especially Jet Wu playing more a tandem more like style, very steady. Then you guys have guys like Breezeball and Chatfield coming up, and maybe Trampkin comes back. Maybe Stecher gets his contract that we just talked about, and maybe Tanev's still around. So it's funny how one draft, basically by drafting Hughes, by drafting Wu, and then last year drafting Jack Rathbone. It's already changed the fortunes of our defense. One last guy I want to talk about was Tyler Madden. He was very noticeable. He scored a goal in the first period, and smaller guy, but quick, and always has a great nose for the puck. See a bit of his dad in him, but as Tyler said, he's more skilled than his dad, and his dad is supposed to agree. So, really excited to see him as well, and he played a good game. So overall, was happy to be in the arena. Sorry, that was a little bit long-winded, but in essence, I was happy to see all the guys, Hughes, Lind, Palmu, Wu, Rathbone, Madden, and DiPietro was fun in that to watch as well. So overall, good night. You know, I'm not going to take too much from it other than a confirmation, affirmation that Canucks fans are really excited for these prospects, and rightfully so. By the way, I put a Twitter poll out yesterday saying which of these 4 prospects players are you most excited about, and it was Besser, Demko, Hughes, and Pettersson. And between 50 and 60% said Pettersson, between 20% each for Besser and Hughes, and the remaining 5 to 10% were for Thatcher Demko. So obviously Pettersson is still the shiny new toy that people are excited to see. Quinn Hughes is even a newer, shinier new toy that people are excited to see. But bottom line is there's a lot of excitement around the Canucks and what they can accomplish going forward. Lastly, Alex Burrows. They announced his retirement today. And, you know, after he got traded to the Senators in 2017, finished off that season well and helped the playoff run, then really had a tough season last season for the 17-18 season. So not a surprise that he's announced his retirement. The Canucks put a nice tweet out thanking him for his contributions both on and off the ice here. I'll probably save a complete Alex Burrows tribute for another video because he deserves his own video. But a couple things I really wanted to say. One thing, good management here, asset management by Jim Benning to trade Burrows again, 1.5 years ago, out of Vancouver for Jonathan Dahlen, who looks like he could be a big piece of the Canucks going forward, maybe if not this season, going forward. So that was good foresight by Jim Benning, shown at the trade deadline a year and a half ago. And I guess the other thing is, Alex Burrows is quintessential, the kind of guy that you don't want to play against, or you might not even like, but when he's on your team, you obviously a big fan, and you're grateful that he's on your team. So hard to play against, and that's why other fans of other teams didn't like him. And yeah, there may be some questionable actions and quotes coming from him over the years. But what those people don't see, and what I don't blame them for not seeing this, is all the community work he did, all the leadership he showed in the dressing room, and his stellar play on the ice, his underdog story, the way he clicked with the Sedins, 4 20-goal seasons, including one where he had over 30 goals. And like I said, I think off the ice, his contribution was just as big as on the ice. Always a pillar in the community and doing the proper thing. So, Alex Burrows, thank you for everything you've done for the Canucks. I was there when you slayed the dragon against Chicago. We're going to save that for another video, maybe sometime next week when I do that tribute. But yes, a great career, and definitely worthy of all the accolades coming his way, and we'll certainly miss him. Of course, we missed him as a Canuck, and now we'll miss him in the NHL. But it sounds like he'll stay involved in hockey, do some coaching, and maybe work his way back to the team. Okay, Canucks fans, thanks for bearing with me. We'd love your comments on Troy Stecher. We'd love your comments on the Summer Showdown, the Prospects game, if you were able a chance to see it, either live or online, and maybe a quick word or two about Alex Burrows. Leave a comment below. I'd love to read and react to it, reply to it. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Give this video a like if you like what I'm doing. Go check out Brett, Miroki on defense, and have a great, wonderful, sunny day. And by the way, it's my wedding anniversary with my lovely wife, Gail. It's our wedding anniversary, our 18th anniversary on Sunday, July the 8th. So happy anniversary. Thanks very much. God bless. Go Canucks, go.